I literally was just looking for my headphones. Look where they are.
Dale, they are on your neck.
Yeah, I know.
You don't need to look any further. Dale, they're right there.
I know. I got them. I got it.
Yeah,
I got it. All right, let's get... Oh, hi, camera people. Hi, everybody. That was another thing that was a great idea. We are back to Fast Food Fanatics.
That's true.
You can see the camera work. We do about 20 minutes every day. Put it up online at KLBJFM.com in studio. Okay, Corey has a question or something. Hi, Corey. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, so I'm a couple of days behind, and I finally had a question for each of you guys, and I wanted to call in real quick and see if I could tie up some loose ends. The first one was going way back. So Matt was asking probably months ago. He had a big tree that looked like poison ivy in his backyard down by his creek, and I never got any resolution to that. I wanted to find out if he had figured out what that was and what he'd done with it, or if...
The tree indeed was poison ivy, and a fine listener called me and explained to me what to do with it, which is I drilled into the trunk, not perpendicular to the trunk, but at like a 45-degree angle, so that it would hold liquid, and then I put a really potent
Roundup concentrate.
It's not even a Roundup, but it's used in Roundup, but it's like a glycosol, whatever. Exactly, and then I just filled all those holes so that it would sit in there for a long time. And it took about a month, but that thing is now dead.
Okay.
And the guy said usually he waits for it to die, and then he sends his employees out there to cut it down. I don't have a bevy of employees, so I just have it dead back there. It still haunts my dreams, but it cannot attack me any longer.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, it doesn't matter now. I was going to say that it's probably not a poison ivy tree because I don't believe that those exist. There's a box elder maple that looks almost indistinguishable from poison ivy, and then there's also pepper vine. But
I believe 100% in my heart of hearts, and I'll never change my mind, that it is poison ivy.
Poison ivy tree, man. Right on.
All right, you're listening to John Dromgoole and gardening.
Did you hang up on him?
Yeah.
He had a question for
He
everybody.
called to ask you a question.
He had a question.
Oh,
He said he had a question for everybody.
We'll call back. I thought
You
he
just
had.
don't like to listen to
No,
people, do you?
you know where my head is right now.
Yeah, I do.
We are pissed off in this room. That's all I'll say. So
I'm
it's hard for us to think right now.
I'm going to look up this thing called a pepper tree. But I don't think it's what it was.
The lack of communication in our lives. What are we doing right now?
Well, we are Fast Food Fanatics Part 2.
Hit the bed. Let's get on with this here. Hit the bed. And call me back, dude. I didn't know you had other questions. I checked out at poison ivy because I'm not allergic to it. What music? Oh, I thought that was coming from another part of the room. Okay. Where was I? Show prep page. Here we go.
Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben's going to involved. We did the restaurant pods. We did Noel and Ryan. Okay. There's a menu of what you could have eaten on a train back in the day when we had public transportation that worked. Before the car industry decided trains didn't make any sense. The Southern Crescent dinner menu.
That looks good. Chop-boiled steak.
This is the Western Star. There's one that goes from there's one that goes across Northern America in Canada, and it's just gorgeous.
It's called the Orient Express.
No, I've always wanted to do that one.
I
love trains.
A year ago, almost to the day. No, it was 2 years ago. I took a train. My wife and I took a train from New York City Grand Central Station all the way up to Saratoga Springs for opening day at the races.
But was it
My wife fell asleep because it was very early train ride, but I just loved every second.
But was it a classical train or was it Amtrak? Because
it was
nasty.
It was kind of wasn't Amtrak, but whatever runs the Hudson Valley line.
We're talking about these old trains that still have the cafe.
But
car
there was a little
everything.
snack bar there, and you could go sit at a table. And I sat, and had whatever, and it was the most satisfying experience. One of the most satisfying experiences I've ever had.
I don't think I've ever been.
It was just a little snack bar. It was just packaged snacks, but just to sit there and watch the world go by and.
Amtrak definitely has some gross trains, but they also still own and operate some really beautiful old lines that go across the country, but not down here in Texas. It's weird, though, when you see a menu like that.
Yeah.
The whole food renaissance, the gastro renaissance, whatever you want to call it, that's happened in the United States in maybe the last 20 years, has ruined a lot of that stuff. Because now when I see fish and tartar sauce with green beans, I'm like,
that's cafeteria food.
All this looks like cafeteria food. But imagine a time when at home,
that was
all you ever really had was like beans and cornbread, beans and cornbread, beans and cornbread. And it must have just felt like you died and gone to heaven when you had the $1.50 train plate.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking Alaska because I think it was an add-on to the cruise that you could have done. Or you could get to the cruise by the train. I don't know, and I don't care. I need to move on. Oh. Somebody let me know what that is.
Airline miles.
Where was that?
I don't know. I never realized I'd love trains
on the Western
until
Star back in the day. You could get
day.
fresh seasonable fish with tartar sauce, baked sugar cured ham with raisin sauce. Could we just get raisins out of all menus?
I
please?
don't like raisins.
I don't like raisins in anything. I don't like dates in anything.
What is is there like a big raisin industry that's getting them propped up? I know what raisin is.
Raisin is a rotted grape.
It's a dead grape.
I accidentally, I'll never forget. You know how you have little bitty memories of being really little? Mm-hmm. So in Odessa, I was 0 to 3.5 or 4. And I remember having no, it was Monahan, so I was over 4. But I remember having an Army pack, and I thought it was the coolest thing, and I put grapes in it. This isn't an interesting story. It's just one of those little flash memories.
Yeah.
I put grapes in it, and I forgot about it and left it in the attic. And when I went back, I had made raisins. I thought I had done the most amazing thing in the world.
I remember when you bought that food dehydrator.
A kid's meal is $70. Everyone was buying that at the time.
Yeah, but look at the Western Star special. Look what it begins with. Look at the first course.
Chilled tomato juice.
Yeah, I mean that, but just the idea.
I remember him doing that.
But you know, there was a time when, it's a long time ago now, the 1960s, but where your first course was chilled tomato juice, and you were like, "Wow, we are living high on the hog, my friend."
Prime
if
rib.
you went to Jeffrey's, and Jeffrey's brought out for you for the first course
a pitcher of
chilled tomato juice, how mad would you be?
It's not even V8.
Pretty mad. Breakfast was smoked ham and bacon.
You can't screw up breakfast.
Okay, the children's menu, a choice of fruit and cereal with cream. That's breakfast.
They've never changed.
That's a bore.
They've never changed breakfast, have they?
Here was the new streamlined 20th Century Limited that went from New York to Chicago in 16 hours. Okay, where's the menu? It is Illinois Central. Alabama. Oh, that's where. Oh, you had to. Depending on where the train was, look at the liquor laws. If we're in Alabama, you can only get liquor every day except Sundays prior to 6 p.m. on election days. God, these were dumb laws. We still have them here in Texas. They're called blue laws. If you're in Illinois, you can get beer, wine, and liquor except on election days while polls are open. So you can't go to the poll drunk. That's crazy. All right. That's that. Here's the menu on that one.
This is for an Amtrak train.
That's for an Amtrak train. Yeah, Amtrak. Somebody told me because I kept wanting to go to Austin to Chicago, and somebody told me it wasn't nice. It wasn't fun at all.
No.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's you got to get it if you get a nice car. It's a thing, but
it's sleeper car.
But you remember, it takes the exact same amount of time it takes to drive.
Yeah.
And you're stuck on there, and then the train
stops a lot, right?
Well, you got to remember this about a train. You can be in a nice car, but that car is attached. The Greyhound car is attached to your car.
Mm-hmm.
I got stuck.
Anybody can come.
I got stuck on a Greyhound Trailways bus as a kid a couple of times from East Texas to Midland, Odessa, and they had express ones that would only stop, like in Abilene or whatever, but the other ones would stop at every tiny town,
sure. Yeah.
And it would be twice what it would take to take a car.
But people still say, well, you're really brave to do stand-up that you would get in front of all those people. And that was never... If you want to praise me for this. For taking a Greyhound for 24 straight hours and then getting off that bus and then going to make people laugh when all I want to do is go somewhere and cry. It was brutal.
Arby's is bringing in sweet potato fries.
No.
God love Arby's. They keep trying.
That's not their demo.
I don't know any.
Nobody's demo is sweet potato fry. Really? Are you a sweet potato fryer?
It depends on where I am.
What does that mean?
If they're done right, they're good.
Where
I'm frequenting.
I don't know. They make a good sweet potato fry at Phil's, right?
That's where I was.
I don't like sweet potato fries.
But if they mix it with the regular, if they go 50-50,
that's exactly what I do.
That's not bad.
The pecan chicken salad.
You can handle it.
The pecan chicken salad is back with grapes.
At Arby. I don't know. Arby's keeps trying. I
Arby's
think
is
they should have
trying-
just perfected the roast beef.
You're doing great, Arby's.
Why is Arby's trying to put grapes in their food? That is not.
It's a salad food.
That's not their demo either.
Just make a grape that looks like meat, or meat that is great.
Have you ever been
Looks
in
like grapes.
Arby's and looked around at the other customers and thought, I bet these people wish they had more fruit in their food?
Yeah, no. They're just going to pick through that.
Yeah.
Still looking-
You go to Arby's and everyone looks the same. The look is constipation because none of us have eaten properly
My
in
fruit
years.
is the cherry high C that's in the...
There you go.
Still looking for somebody to do instant gratification, ladies. If you want... Uh-oh. Stormy on the... Oh, Stormy's not instant gratification. I remember Stormy. Hi, Stormy.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. What can we do for you?
I have a question for you.
All right.
Do they, on the trains, do they still require the trains that are carrying passengers to stop for freight?
No, not on passenger trains. I don't think so.
They used to.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to the...
Damn it, Stormy, you're not in our demo.
Huh?
You're not in our demo. If you can remember when trains would stop for freight.
I'm 67.
I know.
I don't even know what that means.
I need 25 to 54-year-olds.
To load freight
I
on?
love that you
Oh,
listen.
does that mean I have to hang up?
Like,
No. But I need to ask you a question, Stormy. You said you were not single. You have a younger man?
Well, he's 1 year younger.
Oh, only 1 year. I thought you said he was like 9 years younger than you.
No, I've dated guys that were 9 years.
No, I know, because you
younger.
said that you kind of wanted a younger man to kind of knock it out the box there, right?
Speaking of trains...
Am I confusing you? Or are you this person?
No wonder women don't call in that often.
Didn't you say?
Wow.
First of all, women call in every day.
That's an
And they
indictment.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I'm confusing you, but are you the person that said that when you were younger in your 20s you'd had some three-ways?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, Dale.
so occasionally you like it to have it knocked out the box.
Right.
There's no shame
Nothing
there.
wrong with that.
Can I ask?
You're from a generation where maybe you try to keep that hidden, but I'm from a generation where
I
you.
never used the exit.
The lady just called up. The lady just called up to
Freeway.
It's going
ask
to be too late.
about trains. She called
I
up.
never let the exit freeway.
She called up to ask about trains. Okay, hold on a second.
I wasn't suggesting
But
that you
since
were
you
an
went
Anus
there-
fan.
And the guy's only a year younger. Can I ask a personal question?
Okay.
When y'all are doing it, are there a lot of creaks and pops?
Oh, so that's charming, but I'm
So
not
that
charming.
That must be why he turns the music on.
All right,
Do
Stormy.
you, Stormy, is the relationship steady or is it on the rocks? Any chance it's on the rocks?
It's steady.
Does he live with you?
She went up. You hear?
Yeah. We live together, but everything's split down the middle.
I want her to.
I mean,
I want to hook her up.
oh.
I want to hook her up with Dan. I want Dan on the porch to.
Now he'll get mad at me for making fun of Williamson County, but here you are trying to hook him up with somebody he's never met.
That's nice. That's a nice thing.
All right,
think-
Stormy, I gotta go.
But I did hear you say that wasn't my picture, and it is my picture.
Yeah, no, I didn't say that.
Oh, I thought, well, maybe one of the people said
I believe
that
you.
can't be a current picture. That is a current
It's
picture.
hanging up
Oh,
in,
okay.
in our studio.
All right, we got to run, babe.
All righty.
See you, bud.
Thank you, Stormy.
Coke, I cut her off. Sorry. Coke is introducing strawberry Coke, to which I say, why?
Yeah, is this
Well, why not?
Japan.
There's cherry Coke.
That's right. Cherry Coke makes sense. Strawberry
There's
does
vanilla
not.
Coke.
Vanilla Coke. You know why? You know why there's vanilla in Cherry Coke? Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, really?
Yeah. And restaurants like it, but in Texas, people would order a vanilla Coke and you would actually squirt vanilla in it. And Cherry Coke was cherry syrup.
Vanilla?
Are
Vanilla.
you just making this up? How do you?
Not vanilla.
I've never heard.
Whatever, dude. He says palo for pillow.
I know. That's why I was curious. Is this a West Texas thing? Vanilla?
He says Popeye for Popeye, which I used to say too. Popeye. You're a kid in
Yeah,
Texas.
when I was a kid.
It's Popeye.
Yeah, I still don't get palo. How do you say it?
I say
Pello.
pillows.
He
Oh,
says
you don't.
Pello.
It's almost pillows.
Yeah.
It was all
close.
Pello.
Is this a vowel?
So
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know.
If you happen to be headed to Japan, send us a strawberry Coke.
I do want to go to Japan one day, though.
Ready?
So you can feel what it's like to be tall.
Get one of those, yeah. Get one of those
And
panties
then
from the vending machine.
let's wrap this up with Hostess is coming out with bottled ice lattes that taste like they're plastic treats. There's a Twinkies flavored ice latte.
Ooh, I'll get the honey
There
bun
is
one.
a honey bun.
I get the
one.
ding dongs.
Oh, you love the ding-dongs.
I love the ding-dongs.
What is
They got
this?
snowballs. I don't know.
Honey bun, ice latte, snowballs, ding-dongs, and Twinkies.
I thought they sold off a bunch of their properties.
They did, and this is what we
is
got
what
in
happened,
return.
right?
This is infuriating.
Yeah.
You know my rule about coffee, having no sweetener in it or any
That's right.
flavor.
Where did this dumb rule come from?
He's a purist, man. I get it.
I think at coffee you can put a splash of cream in there if you want to, but putting any kind of like when you see people putting all the candy in there when they're at the convenience store and they're putting the French vanilla
can I explain?
and the hazel, it's
Can
candy.
I
I want a chocolate
explain the
shake.
one I put in there for two reasons?
Oh, I wondered why I was getting so defensive.
No,
so you
no,
put
no.
candy in your coffee.
I didn't say anything because she's been really sensitive lately. I almost went in and was violent with my wife when she bought the Keurig, when she brought in pecan roast. I can't stand pecan roast. Can't stand it. And I'm in there going, well, get a pecan roast. So, but the thing is, they have a sugar-free Italian cream. Hold off judgment.
I haven't said anything.
Whoever those people are. With this,
I do that.
Nestle. And here's why. It's sugar-free, but the cream, which is fake, it sweetens it. So I don't have to put any extra sweetener in there.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
it works as cream.
I do that too.
Yeah, it's excellent.
The hazelnut is also.
No, I'm with Matt on this. Hazelnut is horrible.
Yeah, terrible.
I'll just drink hot chocolate.
Fine, but don't put it in your coffee.
Sweetens it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's really good.
Coffee should never be sweet.
It's delicious.
Where does this rule come from?
It can't, what do
I'll
you mean?
drink a pina colada,
it's the
too.
rule I just said.
What about
that you
Baileys?
disagreed with? It's the same rule. We had one.
Look, you're not special. I'll eat an espresso. I'll eat an espresso. I get it. And I don't put anything in that. But
I don't understand why you're even arguing with
I like
me.
my morning smooth.
We had a whole thing in here where we did rules.
I do 12
New
ounces,
rules.
and it makes you poop, and you're done. It's great.
We did. What was it? Don't at me. And mine was coffee should. You can put a little bit of half and half or whatever in there.
But-
or if you're a country person, you can put in cream, but you got to stir it, or it gets all clotted up on top. But that's it. That should all should ever go in coffee.
I'm done with the.
Or
I
it
just don't
becomes a
understand why you
different.
put-
It becomes a different beverage.
And I understand why you'd put sugar because colloquial that word. But when you start putting candy in it,
Right.
that just seems. Come on, just admit it.
Come on, grow up.
Just admit it.
Oh, I did.
Just admit it that you're
start
looking for an
adulting.
excuse to have an extra candy bar during the
we
day.
did buy the sugar-free peppermint during Christmas time. All right, where am I on the show? I have a topic, possibly. Divorce lawyers. We had one yesterday, code words for work, but this one I haven't read yet. 17 divorce lawyers shared the seriously petty ways couples tried to screw each other, and it's bad. I think we have so many divorced people out there. This would be a good fun topic.
Yeah,
In just a few minutes.
absolutely.
But, I'm going to get in trouble for this, but where I said I'm a little bit done with cancel culture, even with what, listen, man, nobody's a bigger supporter. No one's a better supporter than me.
Bigly.
Black Lives Matter. I love it bigly. But where do we draw the line? Lady Antebellum changed their name to Lady A, which
is still the
last
and,
week,
and
I
you
guess.
can't go back and change albums
but
you've
the
already
most
put out.
liberal country band that paid the biggest price for telling the truth about the Iraq War. The Dixie Chicks are now being pressured.
People
to
just
change
call them the
their name.
Chicks anyway. Why don't they just go with the
Well,
Chicks?
that's what they'll have to
Yeah,
do.
hey, I'm going to see the Chicks. What do you think? You think I'm going to a farm to buy eggs?
I don't know what to think about that.
The
going to the
New
Dixie
York
Chicks.
Post has been going after everybody.
Well-
They bought that thing from Donald Trump Jr. about Stern, hook, line, and sinker.
They could be the D Chicks.
The
Which one y'all
Dixie
trying to
Chicks
holler at?
have a reputation. Which one? What?
Which one y'all saying hello to?
One of these was married to country star
Robeson.
Bruce
No,
Robeson.
no,
Not
the other
Bruce, his
Robeson.
brother.
Right.
Bruce's brother. And that's her.
I've said hi to all three of them in
I
person.
knew Natalie.
And,
I knew Natalie Main's dad in Lubbock, and then
he played the
here,
show many times.
He's one of the best producers in country music.
He's a genius.
That's who I'd say
Yeah.
hello to.
And
That's Matt.
Oh, so that's Emily Robinson there. I'd go with Emily, and then there's Marty McGuire.
Aren't Emily and
Natalie guy.
and
But
Marty
Natalie's-
together in a group called like the Yard?
Natalie's super talented.
Yeah.
The Yard Hounds or something,
Something like that.
something
yeah.
like that. I don't know.
They're all they're all. I think they're all very talented and they're easy on us.
But they're dropping an album this month, right? Or next month?
yeah,
Or-
but this is the new thing that I'm liking that I see everyone doing in media, where we're not going to take a stance. We're just asking the questions. where they say, "Is it time for the?" So now you can make a comment without actually having to get into the fray. You can get This is what I like to do. This is pot stirring, and you go, "Is it? I don't know. Is it time for them to change their names? I don't know."
Who does that I know? There's somebody I know that does a lot of that.
I do it.
Not you. Somebody bigger.
But couldn't you be the Dixie Chicks,
the president,
and everybody know your politics, and you're making fun of the South? I mean, does it?
It doesn't matter. They're so big they could just put an album out without any, and bands have done it without any name on it at all.
How about
just their pictures?
Change the name of the band to George Bush Screwed Us, and we were right. That's the name.
I'd say just become the Chicks and be done with it.
It's their band. They can do their.
I got it.
Plays.
Like Lady Antebellum became Lady A, they could become the D Chicks.
That's what I already said that.
Oh, sorry.
See, who's not listening to who now?
Who's looking at all the stuff that's coming up, and who right now in the back of my mind?
I know.
I feel like
I'm your brother. I'm your brother in arms.
I feel like I have been dumped. And that nobody cares about this radio show.
I'm with you, brother.
And I wish I had some balls.
I wish you did too.
All right, it's 4:46. We got a break. We'll come back. I'll look at this topic. Oh, okay. Noah, you're going to have to call back. You're calling it the most inappropriate time possible.
Do we say goodbye to the cameras now?
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Oh, bye.
See you.
I want to say,
y'all later.
okay,
Bye.
so I'm giving away this wonderful